Well, howdy everybody. Paulie Wally's back. Anyways, I was looking at my demographics or analytics, whatever you want to. Analytics would be more correct. Most of the people that watch me are males, so that's why I refer to guys, but does not limit the females. So, welcome everybody to the channel, more or less. Over this Thanksgiving weekend, you guys noticed Paul got some more time, and all of a sudden he starts posting more videos. Paul also spent more time than usual that he does in the comment section, and I've picked up on some hints and implements you guys had, and majority of the guys being guys, I definitely picked up on reminding myself that guys are very visual in all aspects of life, and you guys really enjoyed the on-field deal. So today's video is going to be the cabin chassis. It's just my experience, man. That's the whole point of making all these videos, sharing with you guys to educate all of us. As I've said, I gained something from it, you guys gained something from it. So point of this video is cabin chassis. Wanted to share my experience and just share it with all you. Anyways, about a month and a half ago, I made a video about this truck and brought you guys up to speed. And then I made a video about a trailer, a tandem dually trailer, and I mentioned that I was going to get rid of it. Well, that trailer's gone, just for the record. I got rid of it. So what does that mean for this truck? It means that I got to make up my mind. What am I going to do with it? You know, I need to buy more trucks at this point. I try to hold off as much as possible, but it is what it is. I went in and gave it an excuse me. I went in and gave it an attempt for a trade-in, and that's what I wanted to share with you guys and expand and elaborate on that topic. So I went in to trade in this truck because I need more of them regular pickups. So I attempted to trade this in. As y'all clearly see, I still have it, and I'm hitting the spoiler. I attempted. That's what I want to share with you guys. So attempting to trade this in. Keep in mind, it's 2016. It has 200,000 on the clock. It's it's a fairly decent truck. I got nicked on this, and I got nicked on that. I got offered $16,000 for a truck like this, which is quite low. You guys could, I don't know what your markets are, but $16,000 for a 2016, and everything's functional, clearly. Besides the bumper needs fixing, and this for $16,000 is fairly low in my books. And when I went out to talk to the trade-in guy, and it's just supported everything I had to share with you guys, and that's what I wanted to share once again and underline, and hopefully you guys could pick up from it. This video is specifically for those looking into cabin chassis. So cabin chassis, why was it so low? That was my first question. He's like, your market is really narrow. Your average Joe does not need a frame. He needs a bed, and you can't put a bed on this truck. I'm like, yeah, I can. I can put you a flatbed. He's like, yeah, that's even more narrow. An average Joe doesn't need a flatbed. So I went to think, and obviously I didn't take the deal because $16,000, I could do a lot of things with this truck. But that's $16,000, and when I looked at what he ducked me, which wasn't bad at all, he hit me $2 grand. He's saying $19,000 truck if it was all there. But based off of the pictures that I provided, which was this and that, he nicked a couple grand, which was not bad at all. So I just wanted to see where I stand. For $300 I get a front bumper and everything, and I don't know, whatever this would cost me. So under $1 grand I could save $1 grand, whatever. That's not the point of this video. So states the facts and the supporting facts in this video of why cabin chassis. So here we go. A cabin chassis. Who needs a cabin chassis? Someone that really needs a cabin chassis. That sounds really stupid, but hang on with me, guys. Who needs a cabin chassis? Very limited amount of people on this market. A lot more people need a 3500 regular pickup. A lot more people need a regular pickup with a flatbed. Some need a flatbed with a little bit of room, and that's what a cabin chassis offers you. Not only that, it gives you a heavier leaf spring. So a guy that wants to throw a flatbed on the back of his pickup, this isn't a bad setup. This really isn't a bad setup, but the modification, the resale is what they're going to suffer. But if you're going to drive one into the ground, so a person that wants to throw a flatbed on here is going to benefit, if he could benefit from an extra, I think it's 1.5 feet of frame. So you could have like 9.5 feet whatever. I know it's a 1.5 foot longer frame than a regular pickup. So, you know, that's beneficial. And then that's about it. A company is probably who's really going to buy a cab and chassis. Maybe a small company that's looking to save and run it as a backup truck. But there's so many, you know, every state's different, but there's so many bonuses to buying brand new that most, I would say about 80-90% of the companies are going to look into a brand new unit and set it up the way you want it, because a cab and chassis opens so many opportunities. Like I myself looking in the future to throw a true utility bed on here for a roadside assistance vehicle. But anyways, I'm talking too loud and too far ahead, but that's the plan for this truck in the hopefully near future, sometime in the future. Point of it, you know, just states the facts that I've shared with you guys, just supports those. Truly, not just my experience, what other people told me at this point. You know, it's like back to the guy that was, you know, evaluating for the trade-in. He's like, Paul, what am I going to do with this truck? You're probably thinking I'm going to put it on, shine it up and put it on my lot. He's like, hell no, I don't need this junk in here. This thing's going to an auction. I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa there, buddy. Let me show you. I think it's, yeah, a couple 100,000. You know, I did this evaluation, I don't know, 3,000 miles ago. Yeah, a couple 100,000. Let me show you this interior. Man, this thing's annoying. Yeah, it's all there. I mean, this truck's not beat to crap. It ain't. I mean, you see a little bit of wear and tear, but nothing crazy. I mean, look, it's all there, you know. The doors open and close. The gaps are proper, you know. It's not sticking out. It's just, it's a solid work truck. It's not a pretty truck. It's just a solid work truck. So, back to the guy. He told me, he's like, dude, it's going to an auction. And those numbers is what I believe the auction's going to bring. And that's what I could offer. I'm like, yo, no hard feelings. I appreciate you taking your time to explain this to me, you know. A failure or a fail is something that you get nothing out of. But just because, you know, I'm going to lose money, but I've gained so much knowledge and understanding, it's not a fail. And me, in my situation, I could use this truck. So, buddy, there ain't no problem. You're not putting me a dead end. I'm going to keep shopping for a new truck like I was planning, but you ain't going to get a trade-in. That's all it is. So, obviously, I still have the truck. I still use it. It's wonderful. But in the near future, I'll show you guys what I ended up doing with it. What I've planned and what I'm going to be doing is not 100% complete. So, that's why I don't want to show you or talk about it yet. So, anyways, just know I'm keeping this truck and it's staying in the family. So, anyways, a quick rundown. Cab and chassis. Very limited buyers. That's the whole reason of the value being lower. It's not a better truck, it's not a worse truck, it's just what suits the majority of the market is a regular pickup, not a cab and chassis. That's all it is to it, you know. But there's pluses and minuses as a truck, you know. As I mentioned, you get more frame, you get a straight frame, you get more leaf, you know. That means you could load it, theoretically load it up in the back more. It's a work grade. For some it's a down, for some it's up. You know, for me, my personal truck, I would hate this, but as a work truck, I absolutely love it. Nothing to rip, tough to break. You know, this plasticky, great for boots, and you don't give a rat's tail. You know, as long as the guy doesn't have a knife on him, you know, back pocket. You know, these seats are great for in and out, and that's truly the impression that I'm getting. This is like a local service truck. It's perfect, you know, and that's the initial goal for this, you know. I think we got a bumper coming for it, so we'll take care of the bumper. And then once the boys get slowed down, I'm guessing sometime in January, we'll fix it up. Just, you never know how it goes, man. The markets are up and down. They could be bored tomorrow, and or they might be slammed for another 3 months, so who knows. Point of the video was addressed, and as always, may the Lord bless you. May you all have a mighty fine day. And let me know what else you guys want to know about these cab and chassis. I feel like they're a tricky one, and a lot of people get into a cab and chassis and they're like, oh my goodness. You know, that's initially where my first video came up. It was my my brother-in-law ended up with cab and chassis, and then when he went to resell it, he put it as pickup value, and everyone's like, yo, you're crazy. He's like, well, if you're not willing to pay me, I bet you the dealership will pay X amount. And he goes to the dealership, the guy's like, it's a cab and chassis. He's like, what is the big deal? It's just a regular pickup. And he had a flatbed on it, and that's where it triggered me to make a video. I'm like, man, I gotta share it with these guys, because these guys really don't understand it. Because, you know, years before that, I told his brother was the guy that bought that cab and chassis. I told him it's a cab and chassis. He's like, well, what's the difference? It's still gonna do the job. So there you have it. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. As always, may the Lord bless you, and may y'all have a mighty fine day. Bye.